Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome and hello to the Ohm Service with me, Marky Mark from SoulOhm Reviews, Chris from Lethal Coils, and Steve from Tales from the Ohm. Good evening, everybody. Prior warn you, there may be some ranting going off this evening. Mr. BFG is already in that mood, so I just thought I'd best warn you. Good evening to everybody in chat and welcome. You alright then, guys?
Marvellous, darling. Marvellous.
Marvellous.
Oh, he's marvellous. Well, indeed. What a week. What a week. I think this week has been so absolutely crazy with news.
Yes, and prodded have sphincters, I think, depending on what country you're in.
Well, I think that, in general, I think the whole world's going absolutely crazy. I mean, we've got our vapey thing that's going off. YouTube is having a hissy fit. It seems to be like everything's, kicking off. It's going crazy.
I'm getting worried about the amount of people that are putting "oh good" a BFG rant. Gabs just needs some snack and beer. Bless you, darling. Bless you. Good evening, Irish. No.
You sound like you're in a tunnel. Who sounds like they're in a tunnel? Me or Chris or Steve?
Is it me?
Who sounds like they're in a tunnel?
It's probably me with the BT.
Do we sound okay?
I hope so.
Yeah, it was Tuna that said it. Or do we sound alright?
Tuna lived in a tunnel, so... Oh, Steve sounds like he's in a...
BFG, you're sounding like you're in a tunnel again.
Mobro! TVP!
Everybody, just accept that he sounds like he's in a tunnel. Just tell him how lovely he is.
Bill Richards says sounds fine there.
Look.
Oh.
Hello, hello. Right, Chris, go and say hello to everybody in chat for me.
First show. Let's see here. Start at the top. Rachel Unformed Ruby, how are you, sweetheart? Gab Evans, Grumpy Old Vaper, Tolamac, Alan. We've got, let's see, TBP, hurry up, fuckers, I'm bored shitless. Thanks, buddy. Well, you should go live, and I should join you later. Anyways, Puffing Billy, what's going on? Timmy, YTS. Timmy! JP Ward. We got Chris Storm, a.k.a. Tuna in the house. Thomas Leach, Tiberius Jax. Graham Spears, how you doing? Domino Effect, what's going on, my dude? Coming down the line. We got Vape and Irish, how you doing? Tim Baker, how's it going? Chris Doyle, what's going on? Manic Stereo, how are you? I think the list is getting longer here now.
Stuart! What's the list up, dude?
Keep on
Chris,
going.
You sound fine, but you're still lovely. Okay then.
I like what Irish is put. It's fine, BFG. Natural sounds like a radio host dogging in a disused railway tunnel. Are you dogging, sir?
He's
Huggles to
watching.
Jules.
Huggles, Jules.
Chris Doyle, big fist bump
Hey,
to you.
Jules.
Orion, hope you're all feeling better. Hope that headache's gone away, kiddo.
I remember somebody used to call Orion's onions every time.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Little Bro Vapes. Congratulations on your 2K. Awesome, buddy. You should have way more than that. But good on you, kiddo. Just thought I'd mention that.
Indeed, well deserved.
Yes, well deserved.
Love you, brother. Love you, bro.
Gaily Bops, huggles to you. Hope you're well.
Hi, Gail.
Are you attempting to molest Gailey again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Vaping with Mobro's in chat too. I didn't shout him out.
Is Mobro
Big
in?
Love Mobro.
Showing.
Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter.
Hey, you show me a helicopter. Oh, TV, you off?
TVP, cheers, bud. Thank you. Blow me neck. Oh,
Why
come
you
on,
taking
hurry
off
up, get
for?
on. We're on now, we're live, we're here. Now you're buggering off. Great.
Damn you!
Damn
bored?
you!
Come and watch us, damn it.
Have a good evening, Mark. You take care.
Indeed, mate. Can't have been much fun up round today.
No,
It's been bloody freezing, bless him.
I know it's cold. Winter is definitely upon us now, isn't it?
Or I actually thought about breaking out big coat.
Oh no, I ain't got that far yet. Oh no, it's not that cold. Well, it's cold. In saying that, I was scraping ice off me truck. Not this morning, yesterday morning.
We did that this morning. We
Yeah.
did that yesterday morning. We did that the day before. It's fucking cold here.
Yeah, of course it's always cold your end.
Yeah.
You see, thing is though, with
Circulation
where you live
thing.
in Mass, your seasons are regular. It's like in Canada.
Kind of.
They are regular.
We have like a month and a half of summer, and the rest of it's cold.
Yeah. Whereas because we're an island and where we're positioned, our weather can change drastically. I've known it this time of year being quite warm. We had our holidays, were it about 4 years ago? We went to Cornwall, me and Jan, which is the bottom end of the UK, furthest point of the UK, and it was red hot in October.
Irish Gales warned you about that.
So what's he doing now?
And also, thank you, Bill Richards. I appreciate that, man.
Anyway,
One of the loveliest ladies I've ever met.
Chris, I assume you're going to be leaving Mass soon anyway.
What's that?
I'll assume that you'll be leaving Mass soon.
Why is that?
Why is that? Well, what they're doing with you lot and vaping. I think.
Yeah, I wish we could. A, afford to move, and B, I wish we had the ability to move. Sadly, we're stuck where we are. So,
Yeah. Fortunately, you're just near the
hop,
border.
skip, and a jump away from New Hampshire. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you need a vape, you've got skipping a jump to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
sit. I'm going to say, you know how we have it in this country where you can see people smoking and vaping outside pub.
Yep.
He's going to be on the New Hampshire border. You can have all these vapors there.
Oh shit.
Bro, you ain't kidding.
Oh dear.
Hey
Right.
Jackie. Hi Jackie.
Well, we've said hello to everybody.
We did.
Chris, how are you anyway? In general, how are you?
Stressed and tired. I'm physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. There's been a lot popping off the past 3 weeks, and I've been doing a lot of hard work for advocacy and fighting, and I'm tired. There's been a lot crammed into a short period of time, and so I'm just getting tired. You know, I'm not going to give up on it. I'm still going to do what I do, but I think I need to take a day or two away from everything and just unplug.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell us a quick buffet, just generally what you're on?
For sure. What do we got going on here today? We got that Lustro from Asmodus with the Black Warrior RDA on top. And there, once I can find it, there it is. We've got some Mr. Meringue, a lemon meringue pie. Are you going to focus? I heard if you... No? You're not going to do it? All right, anyways, we got some Mr. Meringue, a nice lemon meringue pie. I'm not going to waste any more time on that. We've got the Ardent and Dreamer setup going on as well. Just waiting on a battery to change for that one. We've also got my two newest favorite setups that I've got going on. This one that I'm going to show now is the newest one I've got, piffed to me from a contest from the winner, and I absolutely love it. This is the Unicorn Mods Vert mod with the Unicorn Mods Odium RDA as well on top there. Wonderful, wonderful little mod. Hits hard. Unless you've got a dead battery.
Suck on it, boys, suck on it.
And in there, I've got some raspberry hotcakes from the Pancake House.
I've been told that that's really nice, that.
It really is. It's a delicious juice. And then finally, but definitely not leastly, probably my favorite setup right now. Guys, this thing looks the tits. But we've got that Warlock's Hammer with the blue
You couldn't
Reverie
get any
RDA.
more matchy than that.
No, it doesn't really look like it on camera, but this cap is identical to this color. It doesn't. It's hard to see.
You know, it does from here. From what I can see, it looks
It's
identical.
absolutely identical, and I'm in love with this setup right now. So
That is
that's
gorgeous,
what I've
that.
got on in there. I've got some of this beautiful sad boy custard cookie. Got that ripping in the Warlock's hammer and the Reverie.
Awesome.
So Mark, take it away.
Okay, I'll go next then. Not often. I go next. Makes you go last there, Stevie boy. Right, what have I got? I've got took the drop dead out. I haven't used it for absolute ages. So I've got the drop dead on the D7. In that, I have got the peach mango cooler from Vape Duty Free. Oh, I absolutely love this. This is gorgeous. Really do like it. What else have I got? Not a lot many setups for me at the moment. Zeus X on the Hex. I have got... what have I got in this now? What have I got in it? Oh, I've got the coconut and pineapple in that one. And lastly but not leastly, on the Lost Vape Quest Q Pro. There you go. And I'm trying this stuff. Now, I'm not a sub-da-da-da-da person, but this got sent to me by Vape Cargo, and it's Billiards 420, and this is their lemon and lime. There you go. There's the bottle there. Now, considering I'm not a person that vapes this kind of stuff, and I've got it in this, there's no nicotine in it or anything like that. I've just thought I'd have a go. Now, this is a 1,000 milligram version of it. I'm definitely getting lemon and lime. Am I meant to get grass and soil as well?
You will get herb.
I'm getting
It'll be a little earthy. Yeah, it should be a little earthy.
It's got, what is it? Is it tapas infused?
Davy Green, Mr.
Is it
Reverend
tapas,
Vapes.
tapas infused? See, I'm not an expert on Subida.
Tapas?
Tapas? Is it tapas? I can't work that.
I don't know. I'm not an expert on CBD either.
No,
I'm
not
very
an expert.
well educated on that one.
I'm trying it. It's an acquired taste. I am definitely getting that lemon and lime with it, but I'm definitely getting a earthy grass sod taste as well.
That's what I liked about the Peng. There wasn't any flavour on top.
That's it. Terpenes. What's a terpenes?
Terpenes.
What's that then?
That's okay. So terpenes are one of the chemicals in THC.
All right.
So it's in. You said it's infused with terpenes. Okay. So it should, if it's straight CBD, it should have like a 0.3% THC content in it.
Okay.
No, not in the UK, Chris.
No, good say.
CBD typically you can't get pure CBD. It's gonna have a degree of THC in it.
Yeah, but in order for it to be sold here, it's got to have less than 0.2.
Oh, really? Well, that's what.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Now the terpenes are I think the flavours of the different strains. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the aromas and the flavours, they accentuate the effects of the CBD allegedly?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I'm not entirely familiar or educated in the ways of.
I'm not.
Mr. Richards just nicely put it there. Essential chemicals giving flavour, but also add certain improvements to certain effects.
Well, so far so good. It's not exactly something that I would want to vape all day long. If you're meant to vape it all day long, I don't know, because I'm not a subject person. But they sent it along. It's a Vape Cargo distro. They sent it along for me to try, and I said I'd have a go and show it off on show like so. And I've got it in that. And it's all right. It's not something that I'd go wow, but it's all right. Yeah.
I think the CBDs seem to be more for medicinal.
Yeah.
You see,
not something you'd ADV.
No. So terpenes are aromatic oils that color cannabis varieties with distinctive flavors like citrus, berry, mint, and pine.
Right.
So that's what's going to give you that piney, earthy kind of flavor to it.
Mm.
And Jackie says you don't add Nick to CBD. Okay.
No.
I haven't added any to it. I mean, I'm quite a novice. I mean, we even went to the Hemp and Subida Expo earlier on this year, me and Steve. I still don't know enough about it because I think more of a case of it is more ignorance than anything else because I've never felt the need for it. I'm not in any pain or anything like that. Whereas you normally find that people that are in pain, that type of thing, or they've got a certain illness that it helps them with. So it's all right. It's worth having a go.
It's worth it for anxiety.
I got that. That was sent to me from. Oops, there we go. That was sent to me by Jules Mama Vapes.
Yeah.
And, quite a while ago.
Didn't I
it's
give you one of
500
them
milligram
ones?
strength, and I screwed up because I just automatically opened the bottle and started dripping it. So I was dripping 500 milligram strength CBD. So this one, no, you don't add Nick to, but you got to mix it up with some VGPG.
Yeah, I mean, Jenny's just mentioned what she uses it for. And
Fibromyalgia.
Mobro says nicotine, if you add them together, they cancel each other out. Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
The pen that I had, which was the big cheese, which I've still got to try actually. The other one, the pineapple chunk, that wasn't a flavour, that was a strain of weed. So there wasn't actually any pineapple flavour in it. So all you got was the pure sort of earthy, herby tones.
I'm definitely getting a herby. What it reminds me of, can you remember back in the day you used to be able to get them herbal cigarettes?
Yeah, very similar.
If you had to be careful because if you went like that, the whole package fell out.
The Colt's Foot ones that you used to buy in the white box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting that kind of a, which is more stronger than the lemon and the lime. The lemon and lime seems to be really way in the background, and I've got more of a herbally type of flavour. Is that how it's meant to be?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, the big cheese is quite that's a very strong, herbaceous, earthy flavour to it.
Oh,
So,
Big Bubba cheese? Yep.
Gail's, she's absolutely, that's awesome that. She's after pain meds by using it.
Big love, Jules. Thanks for the link.
There you go. Jenny's just said they had a vendor come to Steamworks the other week, which is the shop she works at. And the stuff was super earthy, like zero added flavour. I couldn't deal. To be fair, the Peng stuff that I've tried so far, palatable.
Yeah, this is not, it's not horrible. And I'm not a person that... this is Billiards 420. And this is actually from manufactured in UK by the Vape Cargo.
Cool.
In Nottingham.
Local to us.
Local to us, yes, very local.
Local to us.
Anyway, Stevie baby, what you vaping on?
Perfect.
And before we go any further, Rev, help kidder.
Yeah.
Right. This evening I have two from the wonderful Nova Vapes. So I've got the Bakewell Tart and the banana milk.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not going to go too much into the Bakewell Tart because I know a certain person that's going to tell you so much more about that. He's in the middle.
He's not.
No, he's not. He's on the right. And the Bakewell Tart's in the MVV2 with the Aquitas on top. And in the VK Flash 1 with the, Plex, I've got the banana milk.
Ooh.
Very nice it is too. So, that's me.
Right. Well,
I literally I dove in from work, so sorry.
Well, to be honest with you, to be fair, me Hex, I've had that sat on desk for quite a while because I've been using this, and that's basically what I've been using. I've got that as well, which is, I keep on forgetting what it's called, the pod stick from Vaporesso. I've got that as well, but they're getting ready for reviews coming up. Because, as you all know, prior to me from Birmingham, before then, I was not well, and I thought I was getting over it, and then all of a sudden it all came back. So I had the SoulOhms and everything. So it's been wonderful. So, but should get back onto it.
Apparently, Jenny reckons Dinner Lady CBD is good.
Really?
Wow. I never thought I'd see that. Who knew? Wet cardboard.
There you go. And yes, I know a lot about tarts. Just thought I'd let you know.
With fresh cream.
Hello, the long road home.
That's an awesome name.
I know.
Long Road Home. Yeah, I like
that. That's a good name. Right, Steve.
Yes, my darling.
We've got to get through it, kiddo. There's a lot of it.
There's a hell of a lot.
Right. Ready, Chris, for the bumper? News time!
I thought he was going over his buffet.
He's done that.
I've done that. That was quick.
Jesus. I blink and it's done.
That's what she said. Right. Massachusetts. Let us start in the wonderful home state of young Chris. Hoo boy. No lube. No nothing. Whoop. There it is. So they have approved the bill banning flavoured tobacco and levying a massive 75% excise tax on e-cigarettes.
No.
It's been... Sorry, Chris.
I was just going to say, the article that we're reading is a little misleading because of the headline. It says that it's already in place, or at least that's what it leads me to believe that that's what they're stating. But it's not in place yet. It still needs to be signed by Governor Baker. But we already know what Baker's going to do, so.
Well, yeah.
Now, there was action by vaping advocates against this bill. Yep. And if you saw the videos I posted up on the Tales from the Ohm and the SoulOhm crew, there was a little bit of live footage of that. So some Republican senators opposed the bill over concerns surrounding state tax revenue and the possible creation of an illicit market for flavoured tobacco. Because we're not just talking about losing the flavours here in vape. It's menthol cigarettes as well.
Mm-hmm. So
they have included menthol cigarettes, smokeless tobacco, and flavoured vapor products to local smoking bars. So they've restricted otherwise legal adult products like menthol cigarettes, smokeless tobacco, and flavoured vaping products to local smoking bars, which they claim doesn't solve anything for youth vaping. Hello.
I read that a little differently. Let me just pull it back up again. Yeah. She's a spokeswoman for the tobacco company Reynolds American, and they agree that kids shouldn't vape or smoke, but they kind of agree with us on the side of this is bad. This is not cool. It's not going to solve any problems by doing this. That's the way I read it.
I took a slightly different stance on that.
Yeah.
I see that she's more growling about it being some licensed premises, which is I've just gone leggy again, haven't I? I really apologise for my internet tonight. BT's playing up like mad.
But it's that second half of the quote that leads me to believe that as well, though, because she goes on to say, instead of has the unintended consequences of creating an illicit market for menthol cigarettes while also removing vapor alternatives from the market for adult smokers. But what she doesn't
Well-
say is that it's going to create an illicit market for vapor products as well.
Exactly, but she's not the spokeswoman for a major tobacco firm.
No.
Now, the thing that really bugs me is what I'm not seeing in this report. While we are seeing the 75% excise tax, we are not seeing the important part that we reported on Sunday, where part of the bill is basically if the police stop you and you cannot prove that your vape product was approved and purchased from a licensed premise,
Hello.
they can not only grab your vape, but they can grab your car.
Yeah, they can impound your car, boat, or aircraft.
According to the legislation, there is no limit on. So, if you were hauling a truck with 3,000 units of this unlicensed or untaxed vape product, fair enough, because you could deem that would be for resale. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the legislation doesn't differentiate between is a single unit, which somebody might even have in their top pocket, and 1,000 units, which they'd be using a truck to carry. Chris has also informed me before the show tonight that currently the receipts do not show
Excise tax.
excise tax. How do you prove it?
You can't.
Yes, Bill Richards, you're right. 5,000 for the first offense, 25 grand for the subsequent offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your car can disappear on top. So absolutely unbelievable. This is probably one of the most draconian moves so far within the war in the States.
You're not kidding.
I'm sorry. Tom Radio Exact, can you put that in English, please? I don't understand a word of what you just said.
That's because it's in Dutch, dude.
I know. I don't speak Dutch.
Chris, we barely speak English, let alone Dutch.
Jeez.
So moving away from Massachusetts, as Chris said, this hasn't been finalised yet, but there's very little chance that Baker's not going to sign it off.
Yep.
Moving over to the White House. So, Tango Man. Yes, he's at it again. It would appear Tango Man's arse has caved in. Bless him. Because he's talking about restarting vape talks. American Medical Association are calling for a total ban. So, what really, really, really bugs me on this, the American Medical Association are quoting literal crap. The Surgeon General, is quoting two tiny studies that are claiming that vaping has an effect on the heart. Boys, that's already been blown out of the water. You've not taken into account the effects of nicotine, which acts the same as coffee and causes constriction of the blood vessels almost immediately after you ingest. Yeah? So how the hell do you scale that up to it warrants banning vaping when you're not prepared to do the same damn thing for cigarettes? Yeah,
Because that's written into the Constitution, isn't it? Or
Well,
amendment or whatever.
No. Let's be right. That's written into their bloody pension plans.
Yeah, of course it is.
Because the nice guy from Big Tobacco and Big Pharma isn't going to turn up with that nice big fat check, is he?
Welcome back.
Come on,
Mariah.
boys, tell us the truth.
Nope.
Absolutely unbelievable. And to top it off, the CDC have started telling
us he's froze.
Yeah, I'm back. They've started telling us the truth about the THC pods.
Yeah.
And what are they doing? The people that are supposed to protect the Americans, the people that are supposed to be whiter than white, intelligent men, done all these years of training, and all of a sudden they lose the ability to read. Come on. Give me a chuffing break. Anyway, sorry.
Mm-hmm. No worries.
And what makes it worse is that brain dead muppet that you've got sat in the round office, sorry, in the Oval Office.
In the round office.
Yeah. Well, it's just like fucking play school, isn't it? That muppet, he's not even listening to them. All he's bothered about is the fact that he suddenly realised there's a lot more vapers than he thought, and it's going to cost him any chance of a re-election.
And there's a lot more money involved as well.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell. And isn't it amazing? Isn't it wonderful? The bimbo, who at one point was screaming for the kids of America, where's she gone?
Oh,
She crawled back in a Barbie box. Yeah? Come on, give me a break. Honestly.
It's going crazy. And this, I mean, to add insult to injury, this stop lying thing as well, that hashtag stop lying.
Awesome.
Tiberius Jax, I just want to go on record and say it's not going to matter if the Royal College issues a long-term research report and they don't care that they don't care that they've cocked up, and the lawsuits, the judges are in their pocket. We've already seen it. We've already had lawsuits filed and gone to court, and they've lost. So, I mean, lawsuits are already in place. It's just they're not going anywhere. It's not doing anything.
And for those that, there are still people out there that say, well, this is America, so what? Sorry. Carry on.
No, because you're on topic.
No, carry on.
I was going to say Reverend Vapes. That's not accurate at all. 99.9%. We have 13 million vapors here in the United States. 13 million.
But still, when you take that as a percentage of population, it's big, but it's not
big.
It's not big enough. Right. So there are still people that are sitting back and saying, well, this is America, why does that bother me? It may not bother us in the UK, but this has now started to trickle out. Broke on Wednesday, the Philippines. Oh boy. I hope somebody is checking the president's cupboard for shoes, because this is seriously starting to look like Marcos is back. This is unbelievable. Talk about an overreach of power. On Wednesday, President Rodrigo Duterte made a stunning announcement that he was making vaping in public illegal in the Philippines. Not only was he doing that, he was going to do it there and then. He verbally issued instructions to the police to start arresting people, which has led to, shall we say, one or two little oops moments for the police.
What I've read on there, they're handing out leaflets though, aren't they? And the actual leaflets, on your first offence, you will get arrested, but what happens is they take you, you'll not go to prison or anything like that, but you'll be booked.
They will take you down to the local cop shop and put your name in a log.
A log.
A log. So what he actually said was he's banning vaping because it's toxic. It's not been approved by the FDA. They're just killing people for money. I will ban it because it's not good, because it's contrary to public safety. Let's look into that, shall we?
Let's look into that, yes.
Yeah, let's look into that. Because IQOS. Gotta love a bit of IQOS, a bit of heat, not burn.
Heat, not burn. We love a little bit of heat, not burn.
It's so much better for you than smoking, isn't it?
Of course it is not.
No. There are 55,000 growers who are members of the Philippine Tobacco Association. Why do you bring this up, fat lad, I hear you cry? Because 4,500 are directly contracted to Philip Morris. Philip Morris, who are they? They make IQOS. Surprise, surprise. There are an estimated 2 million people involved in the tobacco industry. Now, PMI Philip Morris International, have 2 major cigarette manufacturing plants and several other facilities in the Philippines. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
In September, they lobbied the government to soften taxes on heat-not-burn products. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, they started committing to open new facilities to produce IQOS refills using a local strain of tobacco called Philippine leaf. Are we starting to see a picture here, boys?
Yeah, it's called
IQOS.
Get Rid of the Competition.
Oh, hell yeah. IQOS Worldwide customers support call centres. Guess where they're based?
Where's that?
Philippines.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Go figure that.
Wow. This is so basically what they're doing is they're banning that horrible, nasty thing that's vaping, and we'll have that good old safe thing that's heat not burn.
Oh, hell yeah. Now, what kills me is the health department says it backs outright a ban on vaping and e-cigarettes because its advertised safety and efficacy as a substitute as cigarettes has not been scientifically proven. Really, boys? Really? It also adds to the devices contain nicotine. No shit, Sherlock. And also ultrafine particles, carcinogens, heavy metals, and volatile organic compounds. Sounds more like... Really does. Unbelievable. So, the long-term presidential aide, Senator Christopher Bong Go, we like that, has said he will suggest that Duterte issue an executive order to regulate the manufacture of all kinds of e-cigarette pending a new law that would impose government control over these devices. Okay, that's where we were. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we were. Now, all this is based on the back of the first Ivali event within the Philippines. So it's a 16-year-old girl. She's been hospitalized, and it's claimed that she used an e-cigarettes for 6 months alongside regular cigarettes before being hospitalized in October the 21st. Of course, it's the vaping, it's not the fags.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, totally.
Gotta be. Duterte. Thank you, my wonderful elocution master. It's not Duterte, it's Duterte.
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 Ooh, Duterte.
Doesn't that sound like tite? Duterte.
It's like a cross between Timotei and Tite.
You know the big difference? People like tites. Right.
I am quite partial to a tite myself.
Oh, indeed, yes. Right. So at 6:54 today, it was announced that a Senate bill is being proposed, the Electronic Smoking Prohibition Act. So making it illegal in public wasn't enough. And you know why? Private use. Couldn't touch it. Yeah? So he's got a stranglehold on the imports. Yeah? He's got a stranglehold on public use. Couldn't touch private. Yeah? Not if Bill 1183 gets through. So the use, sale, including online sale, manufacture, distribution, trade, importation and marketing of ENDS or ENNDS devices shall be prohibited within the jurisdiction of the Philippines. Goodbye, vicious ant.
Yeah, completely goodbye, vicious ant.
Yeah. Goodbye if you want to vape instead of smoking. The proposed penalty for violators is up to 1 million pesetas. And the bill comes after President Duterte on Tuesday ordered a ban on the use and importation of e-cigarettes and vaping products. So in a late-night press conference on Tuesday, the president said that he's banning e-cigarettes because it's also dangerous, really, contrary to the views that vaping is an alternative to cigarette smoking. Now, another story has been brought to my attention. So, about not only does he suddenly make up laws on the spot and then tells the police to go out and arrest people, he then issues a verbal order and makes a comment warning judges not to oppose the ban. And his words, as reported by CNN, "Judges, I warn you, do not issue restraining orders to the Bureau of Customs or the Philippine Coast Guards. I will not obey your order because of the peculiar situation this country finds." Yeah? Well, this peculiar situation, it's not got anything to do with Philip Morris slipping you a nice big wedge of cash, perchance. He goes on to say, he's made the request saying he's having a hard time controlling crime. "I'm asking the judiciary, I'm here having a hard time controlling crime and all sorts of toxic materials being imbibed by the young. And there are some importations now." Obviously, this is translated, and it doesn't translate that well. So he defended his order on vaping, saying he doesn't want youngsters in the country to get sick. "There is a law which says you cannot distribute toxic materials in public places. These are chemicals that are added to nicotine, which we do not know, and I'm not about ready to allow the young people of the Philippines to get sick and die." But you're prepared to sell them fags.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. Honest to God. Right. What's the difference between what I've just read and Marco's going, sod you, she's having another pair of shoes. You know?
Yeah. The world, I don't care what anyone says, the world is just gone bloody crazy.
It really is.
I mean, all he's done there is he's definitely that. We understand that the Philippines aren't a very rich country, should we say, and obviously governments are going to take advantage of any income that they can, and obviously Phil Morris has made them such a good deal.
Oh yeah.
So obviously the in that deal, I'm talking totally tinfoil hat here. That kind of deal to give all the jobs, security, and the money that would be actually coming into the country with the growing of the tobacco, extra tobacco, and things like that. That's actually going to the heat not burn. Obviously, he's going to want to make a clear path for it because he's getting the money. But it's blatantly obvious that what's happening.
And ICOS is it's not selling as well as they like the Philippines, yeah, and you've got a nice little base in Asia that controls the tobacco market as well. You know, unbelievable. But anyway,
so Chris, we've got to talk about Chris and the vape meet.
Yes.
The rally.
So do you want to tell us all about it, kiddo?
DC?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we talked about that a little bit last week.
No, I'm on about the new one.
Oh,
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, Boston.
That wasn't it. Yeah, that wasn't in DC.
I know, that wasn't in DC. Boston.
So yeah, this Tuesday we had our second rally in Boston. This one was a march rather than just a simple protest. They started at the Boston Public Gardens, marched all the way to the State House, which is roughly about a mile, maybe a little bit less, but it's roughly about a mile. They marched all the way to the State House, which is where I ended up meeting up with them because I showed up a little bit late. But we were there. There was a lot of good speakers. Legion Vapes was there. Quite a couple of the crew there from Legion was there. Matthew Elliott, he was speaking a bit. Who else was there? Dr. Michael Spiegel was there for a short time.
Yeah.
Mr. Ambition's Vaper was there. My buddy Domino with Monochrome was there.
So how many people are at this rally then?
About 150.
150, yeah. So
yeah, we only had like 3 days notice. So for 3 days notice, having 150 to close to maybe 200 people show up was actually really good. Yeah, we got there, helped my buddy carry the signs from his car. He had like 200 signs made up. so we had to carry quite a few of them. But it was nice, man. It was a good one. No anti-vape groups again, so that was good. Some media network was there covering it. We were really loud. We were so loud, in fact, that we had politicians out on the balcony motioning for us to get louder and louder and just egging us on and filming the whole thing. Not egging us on in a negative way, but they were being serious, like, get louder, get louder. And so we did. We ended up getting really, really loud. One of the people that was helping to organize the event had sat down with the senator and his aide, I believe, discussing what was going on, what the outlook looked like, letting them know that we were outside, we were doing what we said we were set out to do. And then he went back in towards the end of the rally before we all dissipated and went our separate ways. He went back in and talked to them a second time. Apparently, we were so loud that we changed 6 Democrats from voting yes to voting no, which was amazing.
Wow.
Amazing to hear. If that doesn't tell you that your voices can be heard in groups, guys, you can be heard. That's the purpose of the fight.
That's awesome. That, I mean, just by changing people's opinions in that way, I think, you know, I mean, we need something, because it's sort of like, from what I'm seeing, it's just like the blind leading the blind at the present moment where it comes to policy making. It's because they don't know, they can't be really bothered to find out. So we'll say yes to whatever we want.
If we're being honest about it, it does count as a success. Absolutely, it counts as a small victory. That definitely made an impact, but the fight is far from over.
Oh God, yeah.
When it comes down to it, I don't know what their reasoning for changing their vote was, whether it would be us screaming about vaping and wanting to keep it legal, or whether they're actually just concerned with winning the next election and being put back in office. I don't know which direction they're taking, so it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I'm not sure. But like Trump, you know, when he started he started backtracking on that federal flavor ban, it's pretty obvious that he was only doing it because of the political impact that it would have on the next election. He's been advised by his aide that, hey, this could have really bad effects for you winning the election next year.
No, but it's not based on medical information at all. This is purely political.
Yep. Absolutely.
To be honest with you, I mean, let's be right. I don't think any of it is based on medical. Because if it was based on medical, there'd be...
right.
Well, the facts are there already.
Yeah. You're right, Gav Evans. It didn't work, unfortunately. Like BFG had stated earlier, the bill had gone to Senate yesterday, and... after deliberation, it passed through Senate. So now we're just waiting on the House and Senate to come together and meet on this. And then after that, it's just got to go to Charlie Baker, the governor of Massachusetts, to get signed. And once that happens, it is in effect.
I do find it interesting, though, that none of the reports have mentioned the vehicle clause since Sunday, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking they're not going to do. I mean, that it's a waste of time. It's a waste of police officers' time. Do they really want to sit there and fill out paperwork on somebody having carried just a simple vape mod? Probably not. Probably not. I don't know.
It's a strange state you're living in. It really is.
Here's a good one. Now, we know Jules come under a lot of fire in the States anyway. But California is actually taking them to court now.
Are they taking them to court? I know. Who was it? I forget her name now. What's her name? There's a woman taking her to court, them to court for allegedly selling to advertising to kids.
Yeah, well, the state of California is now taking them to court. And the main list of the suit is Juul mass markets its products to teens and fails to give warnings of potential health risks. Now, the Attorney General of California has said we've worked too hard, committed our hard-earned money for too long combating harmful tobacco use. Really? Really? So the master settlement money all went on combating tobacco harm.
As about bullshit.
Yeah, I can't.
No, the MSA money was intended to offset the cost of medical care.
Yeah.
Because of people that smoke. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
So where does that come into turning it into bonds and then using it to repair infrastructure such as roads?
That's never that was never its intent. That was never its purpose.
That was never its purpose, but that's what happened to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The states dove into their MSA money and started using that for everything they shouldn't have been.
So, according to the Attorney General, Juul adopted the tobacco industry's infamous playbook, employing adverts that had no regard for public health and searching out vulnerable targets. Really? Really? So, today we take legal action against the deceptive practices that Juul and the e-cigarette industry employ to lure our kids into their vaping web. Hold on, Gil. Let's stop there, shall we? Juul is not the whole of the e-cigarette industry, and the e-cigarette industry has got more chops than that. We are the ones that are suggesting that you use licensed, you raise the ages, you card, unbelievable. If we can't get the money from the MSA, let's get it from Juul. So the lawsuit has 5 key points that Juul will need to address in court, failing to include required warnings about exposure to chemicals linked to cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm, delivering tobacco products directly to underage persons, so that will be online sales, delivering tobacco products directly to consumers without properly verifying their age. Juul don't sell.
Well, they do sell.
They sell online, which was the point before.
They do sell wholesale, right?
Yeah.
They sell wholesale. So products directly to consumers without properly verifying their age. Good luck proving that one. Violating the privacy rights of minors by sending marketing material to email addresses of underage individuals who failed age verification on Juul's website. That may be a tripping point. Creating a public health epidemic, particularly amongst young people with an addictive and harmful product. This epidemic has had serious negative effects on public schools across the state. No, that's the fucktards that you have within the Senates and the state committees. That's got nothing to do with Juul. They did not create a public health epidemic.
No.
The politicians created that. The aunties created that. The mothers sat in New York sipping away on flavoured gin created that.
Don't they already have a license that states that? Well, I say a license, a law that states that if you're under 18, that you can't have these products.
Hell yeah.
Right. So obviously that's a problem with them enforcing the law.
Like I said,
that's a law enforcement. That's a law enforcement problem, not right. Let's not bullshit around here. Juul has done some really stupid things.
Oh yeah.
From marketing all the way across to how there was supposed to be 50 milligrams in the. They're not. They're nearly about 70 something. Yeah, we'll not go into all that lot. They're not angels by any means of the imagination, Juul, especially when they first started out and the way that they've done sliding, sneaky things. But Juul is not really the vape industry as we know it.
No.
Now, and like I said, and everyone keeps on bypassing this one completely in America. you've already got a law that states that between a certain age you are not allowed to use these products, either be 18 or 21. So if children are still getting hold of them, that's where the problem lies. And it's not the case of the manufacturer. I said it last week. I think I said it the week before. In any other industry, it doesn't matter what it is, from porn to tobacco to alcohol. If there's a law being made, they don't go after the people that make that product. They go after the law that who's selling them. And this is the only industry that I know about that they are going after the people that make the products.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. It's the only industry I know.
It's where California is, honestly, unbelievable. Just...
Well, yeah, I mean, let's face it, we already know why, because they're going to go short on their bonds.
Mm-hmm. Well, they already have. Every state, well, almost every state that is in cahoots with the MSA, every state that's on board, almost every state that's on board, have almost exhausted their MSA funds, which puts them at risk of defaulting on their bonds and loans.
I think California's already defaulted, and they're trying to hold back until next year. I think theirs is already due.
Yeah,
and they are still struggling to raise the funds then.
Yeah.
Exactly, Tiberius Jax. They've always combined vaping and tobacco products as the same thing. The FDA, when they put out their deeming regulations, I believe it's 2018, might have been earlier than that, might have been 2016, but when the FDA released their deeming regulations, they combined vaping and regular tobacco products as the same thing.
And you know what? They shot themselves in the testicles when they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they had to do it.
But
If they hadn't gone down the tobacco route, they'd have had to gone down the medical route.
Yep.
It wasn't a case of, we'll have this on its own. And that's where they went wrong. They should have done exactly what we should have done in this country and in Europe. Vaping should have been its own thing. It is not tobacco and it's not pharmaceutical. It is vaping. And that's where they went wrong.
If you look within the MSA, there is a clause regarding the withholding of MSA funds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
And that was because not all the major tobacco companies signed up for the MSA.
Mm-hmm.
And if a certain percentage of supplying companies, did not cough up into a fund, and it was deemed to be the fault of the state, the people that had signed up could withhold payment. Now, it's a tobacco product according to the American government, is it not?
It is.
Do you think any of the vaping companies have coughed up into that pot? There's something to think about, boys.
Mm-hmm. Also, Tom Radio Exact says, Hodson, I get the idea that Big Tobacco has a large share in Juul. Juul is used to put vaping in a black light.
You ain't kidding.
To add to that, you're absolutely correct. Big Tobacco has, Philip Morris International in specific, has already purchased 35% shares in Juul. They did that last year, or earlier this year.
Anybody else find it shady that the IQOS manufacturers bought large portions of Juul?
You mean, yeah, exactly. No, and that's why I've always said that.
Is it 35%? If I remember, I might be wrong. I'm sure someone will correct me, but I'm sure it's 35% for 4 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And then after that 4 years, it goes up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And eventually, Altria will own at least half.
Philip Morris. Philip
Now,
Morris.
For all my favourite tin hat wearing vaping friends, Netflix have a treat for us.
Oh God, yeah.
Netflix says it will be running a documentary looking at the recent outbreak of illness and deaths in America linked to contaminated THC. Let's see if this one opens some eyeballs. The program is part of a new series called Broken that looks at issues within 4 of America's major businesses, which is vaping, plastic, counterfeit beauty products, and pre-made furniture. Not sure how risky IKEA is, but
Yeah.
IKEA? Have you ever been to an IKEA?
I have.
The thing is, though, you can't get out.
Yeah.
Not unless you walk past the little gift shop at the entrance.
It's scary. There's no window, and there's no windows anywhere. And
but
you have to follow these lines. Oh, I don't like it. I hate IKEA. Don't mind the furniture. I think the furniture is lovely, but actually going to an IKEA, honestly, it really it affects me badly.
give me a plate of meatballs with that gravy on, and I care not.
I cannot walk around that. It gives me claustrophobia completely.
So, the vaping episode of this series concentrates on, you guessed it, Juul, and the apparent teen vape epidemic, and the show launches on the 27th. However, at this minute, it's not clear. Claire? Who's Claire? It's not clear whether it'll be the US or it'll be available worldwide. If it is just the US, look to your streaming providers. Because I think this is one that will be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
And that, dear boys, is everything I have news-wise. And I apologise for the rant and the occasional F-bomb, but by God, this week's got me...
It's like I said at the beginning of the show, what with obviously the vaping side of things, not just happening in the USA, we've got Philippines and all that. We've also got on YouTube side with the new things that are coming into effect as of the 1st of January. Oh, sorry, there's one in December, that's the copper intake.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it seems like everything's a bit up in the air. Everything's a little bit tense.
Yeah, it's growing. I mean, it is growing. I can see why Zan's allergic to IKEA. My credit card is. Apparently 450 people die annually falling out of bed in the USA.
Bro!
Yo.
Prefab beds are a big deal. So that's interesting.
I'm curious to find out how it's going to go, because we already know media tends to paint vaping in a black light. But I'm curious to find out how Netflix does it. See what kind of information they report.
The problem is, if they kick back against Juul, we're in the same boat. Yeah. The only thing that could possibly save that episode is if they point out how long it took the CDC to actually tell the truth. Because if you can find it and I can find it online, and it takes the CDC, a government agency, 2 months longer, well, there's something wrong there. And the medical experts are still peddling this crap about heavy metals within the coils, yeah? If the CDC have done so much investigation into the possible causes of these respiratory problems, yeah? Don't you think they would have actually mentioned that they found heavy metals caused by coils?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
They've been playing around with that metals, though, particles, for a couple of years now. And Dr. Varsalinos has debunked that many a time. He really has.
Exactly, but why is it still being presented to the White House by so-called experts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but the thing is, though, I mean, them experts will still be talking about formaldehyde and bloody popcorn law.
Oh, God, yeah.
But, by all accounts from what I was reading, though, they are having people on our side of the fence as well going to have a chat with him.
What, James Bond? You can see. I'd love to see that. You can just see Trump turning around in this spinning leather chair, stroking the cat, going, Mr. Bond.
Steamworks. What's going on, Steamworks?
It's not safe. It's not safe.
Yeah, scale, we know. Yep, lobbyists and money. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
But did you see the quote that the American Heart Association put out that apparently Big Vaper has lobbyists?
Well,
Big Vaper.
Oh yeah, Big Vaper has lobbyists.
Who's Big Vaper?
I would guess all the Joe Public that have actually stood up and said, "Oi, hands off."
yeah.
This is
Probably.
the beauty about it. What makes me chuckle, and it just proves how so detached they are from actual vaping. Vaping, yes, there are big companies within the vaping community, but they're not that big compared to like big tobacco or big pharma. They're just not. It's a totally different. I mean, yes, there are some companies that are making some really serious money, and there are. We already know that, but it's in reality. In reality, yeah.
Yeah, but you compare it. Most, even the big names, are mom and pop outfits. Yeah. These are mom and pop outfits, and I really wish. Can you remember the name of the company that was doing a percentage of its profits to vets?
Oh God, there's that many of them that's doing that.
But either way, do you see Glaxo doing that? Pfizer?
No, yeah,
Philip Morris?
yeah, of course, because they're doing it to tobacco-free kids and all that, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
What about Rescued Irish? What about Rescued?
Well, rescue.
Yeah, they're a company that does it, doesn't it, with the dogs?
Yep.
Yeah. The animals, animal welfare.
Yeah.
Vaping's got a heart.
Oh,
Vaping's
God,
got a huge heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing they can do is they can demonize us. How did they demonize us? We're going after the kids. Honestly,
We
the three of
bugger
them.
it.
Do we look like Prince Andrew? No.
Ooh, hot topic on show. You're gonna go straight to hell for that one, boy.
Straight to the tower, dear boys. Straight to the tower.
I mean, you got companies like Anarchist. All right. This is Own Boy OC's own liquid. Where do you think he started from? The ground. He started from the ground up, like most of these other companies.
Of course they have.
I'm almost positive Jam Monster did not just appear out of nowhere. They had to start somewhere. Every juice company had to start somewhere. You know?
And let's face it, a lot of these companies are started because of the love of it. So like creating juices, creating so like that.
Yep.
Because when I first started vaping, the most that you could get was Chinese, not so great juice. This is the best way of. Wasn't good.
It's the worst. It's the worst we've ever seen. It's the worst we've ever seen. It's simply the worst.
Iris, that's naughty. Apparently, Jam Monster started in a prison toilet. At least that's how it tastes.
No, it does not taste like that. I
agree.
love Jam Monster. But then again, maybe I love the taste of prison toilets, I guess.
I'm saying nothing, mate.
Well, I love Jam Monster, personally. I've got, what, 1, 2,
You like?
3,
I've been told it's not good.
4 bottles of
Not
Jam
good.
Monster here right now.
not
Absolutely delicious. Delicious. It's the best we've ever seen.
We need to look into it more.
Yeah, right? We need to look into this more. We don't have an answer right now, but we will.
I mean, come on. I'm on a serious note here. Let's be right. Donald Trump, I don't think he's too worried about what's going off with vaping, with the shitstorm that's going off on his back door at the present moment. Let's be right. It's like, I'm going to get kicked out of the White House vaping. We'll deal with that in a bit.
I think I heard that the impeachment thing was over earlier
No.
today.
Yeah, I didn't think. I thought that had run out of steam because they
No.
hadn't found anything they could actually pin
Yeah,
on him.
that was an article I read this morning.
From what I was reading, well, actually on the news, it's still there. They're still going for it. Oh, yeah, they're still going for it.
Let's have a look.
That's right, Mick Beavers. I love Jam Monster.
Oh, 3 hours ago. Witness warns of Russian fictional narrative in damning testimony as president launches furious Twitter tirade.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny, you are right. I did say serious and Donald Trump in the same sentence.
Oh, apparently Ben says that there was a live broadcast of the first hearing when the show started. Well, our show.
How dare they?
I know.
Absolutely.
Don't
Mike's
they know
next.
we're
Trump is nothing
live?
but a chump.
Yeah.
Trump the chump.
You ain't kidding.
And good evening, Zinner.
So, according to Gordon Sondland, everyone was in the loop. Trump has launched a furious Twitter tirade just ahead of impeachment hearings. Republicans are in denial as evidence mounts and Pence and Pompeo dragged into scandal. Democrats tear into Trump in the latest 2020 debate, and intelligence officials David Home and Fiona Hill appeared before the inquiry today. So that looks like later on this evening for us, there should be a few more fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump might not be in the White House by the end of today.
I want Charlie Sheen to run for president as well.
So do I, man. If Sheen was president, yeah, exactly, Irish. Everything would be legal. There would be nothing off limits to the fucking public.
Out of curiosity, Chris, and I'm going to be right. For argument's sake, Trump and his administration turn around and says, right, we're not going to ban flavours. We're going to keep it in vape shops, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de. We're not having it in gas stations. Obviously, 21's going to come into effect. Where does mass stand with that?
It wouldn't change a damn thing. They can issue harsher regulation, but not less regulation than federal law.
Right.
I think the only exception to that is marijuana. And
So-
I don't know if you guys read, but yesterday there was an announcement in a few articles that the federal government here is actually pushing through a bill to not only decriminalize, but legalize federally marijuana.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So can Donald Trump actually tell the head of Massachusetts, no, you can't do that then?
The only way he could do that is to put through an order stating that vape shops would be practically untouchable. And do I really see something like that happening? No.
It's interesting because obviously if our government made a ruling, that would be it. That would be the whole of the country, and that's the rule.
Right.
Whereas in America, it's...
States are free to issue their own regulation within the standards of the federal law.
Yeah, it's almost like going back to, even though you're one country, you're really not. You're still individual countries within the United States. It's like we've got England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. You've got all your different states, and basically you're run by your own state mainly. So
that's why we have the state governments. That's they're.
So even if Donald Trump says no, vaping's perfectly fine, we're going to go vaping. Everyone can vape. It doesn't matter. Vaping's great. We'll leave it alone. Yep, carry on. All's a good one. Massachusetts would still say the same.
Exactly, Mike's. Mary Jane will be legal, but flavors will be contraband. Yeah, exactly. And in Massachusetts, not just flavors. I don't know if you've heard, Mike. We've got a complete vaping ban. No shops are open. All wholesalers and distribution companies are down. The only thing they're allowed to do is sell online to out-of-state residents. You have to have an out-of-state address in order for them to sell and ship to you. So, I mean, that's one way I could get around it. I have a place I can have stuff sent to in New Hampshire. So If it really came down to it, I'd be going that route.
Yes,
but
Gail.
stands to reason. The shit that's going on, everyone knows. Don't trust a Trump. It's not if, it's when the shart happens.
You ain't kidding to me.
Not at all.
Well, 4 minutes ago, apparently Will Hurd, the Republican, has denounced the events that transpired in the Trump admin, and he says he's not heard evidence proving that the president committed bribery or extortion. That could be interesting. And apparently the American people have heard about a series of events that have undermined our national security. And Republican William Hurd says, adding to that, he disagrees with this sort of bungling foreign policy. Have you met Boris?
No.
Oh, unbelievable. Oh, is it me or just everything just seems to have been turned into a horrible drug-fueled dream?
The world's going crazy. I swear blind. It is absolutely going whoppy.
When you can ignore fact by using the phrase "I am offended" and be supported in that,
Yeah.
we've got one of the biggest con men that ever walked the earth as the president of America. Yeah?
What a fucking numpty.
Good choice of words, dear boy. Not sure
Numpty.
about the F-bomb. Numpty.
Numpty.
Yes.
What a numpty.
Numpty. I declare numpty.
It's
Yeah, right.
good. It's good.
It's so good. It's so good. It's just the best.
We've got the Philippines that will probably be changing its name very shortly to the state of Philip Morris International.
You know, I actually saw a hearing or a press conference with Donald Trump where he actually told a reporter like 4 times, "Be quiet, don't speak." I thought it was just funny. I was like, "Damn, he's a little ruthless with that."
Yeah, I think somebody's got the wrong way around here, because doesn't POTUS serve the people? Not the people serve POTUS?
Right.
I tell you one thing. Did anyone see that Greg Connolly Yahoo interview?
Mm-mm.
No, I missed that.
There was
look it
one
up.
guy. There was one guy. I give credit to Greg. Honestly, how he kept his calm. He was a wobblehead.
Really?
Yeah, he was giving it this to him. He was like, I'd have gone over there and slapped him. You'd have just got. He were a wobblehead having a go at blooming Greg about vaping. Oh God.
Let me guess, he was a well-educated.
Oh, yeah.
Knew all the facts.
Yeah, knew everything. Yeah.
Really? Didn't mention popcorn lung, did he?
No, he didn't. No.
Diacetyl?
No, he didn't mention any of that. It was just vaping's
Oh, you
killing
talking
people.
about the one from like 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yahoo Finance. Did Trump give in to pressure from the vaping community or
Yeah.
vaping industry?
With Greg. But there's
Yep.
one guy, and honestly, he's giving it all this. How Greg, you could tell that Greg was getting annoyed. You really could. But Greg was honestly, absolutely, he just raised his voice just a little bit.
You know what? I want to reach out to Greg Conley, and I want to see if he'd be willing to come on my live show. I do.
I think he's a bit busy now, Chris.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like I said, at some point, not next week or anything
CNN,
like that.
the Ohm Service. CNN.
Yeah, can you
Home
imagine
Service.
getting Greg Conley on here with us?
Yeah, imagine that.
I think
Speaking
there's
of,
more chance of Pamela Anderson turning up next week.
Saying that though, I do have the loudest voice in U.S. advocacy, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Matthew Elliott, interested in coming on as well.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So, we're into the last 10.
We are.
We've done
Is
the
this dirty
ranting.
birdie time?
Dirty time? What the heck's
Dirty,
dirty
yeah.
time?
Are we saving dirty birdie time for the last 10 minutes of the
Dirty
show
birdie.
now?
I'm all for a little dirty birdie, yes.
Little dirty birdie.
With my reputation, we've got more chance of... No, Gailey, that might happen. Those eyes.
Yeah.
Those
You might.
eyes. Oh. Honest.
Mm.
Forget what
Yes.
Irish says.
Bill Richards, Matthew Elliott for president. Absolutely.
Booby Island talk time. Jenny, I think you've got a slight lead on that one compared to us. Mind saying that?
Mind saying that.
There you go.
Booby Island talk time.
Oh, yes. Bring forth the fact of 50.
I say. Put that away before you put your eye out.
I'd still have to bend down, Chris. It's not good.
It's not all that big.
Not all that big. I've got hamsters looking at me with pity in their eyes.
Tiberius, wait, there's a Booby Island? Yeah, we mentioned it last week.
There's not just one, mate. It has a sister too, slightly smaller and a bit lower down. But hey,
It's all natural.
Ben, I'm not 100% sure at the moment. Have you seen the Avenue 5 trailer?
No.
Avenue 5.
Yeah, Avenue
Avenue
5. Go and watch the trailer. It's, I think Ben put it on my Facebook page. It's got Hugh Laurie in it.
Oh, right.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, Mobro, we got to be careful when running, otherwise we're going to helicopter like you.
That's a scary thought. Yeah. Forget the limbo, though. I mean, if Mo's running and trips, he could win the high jump. I mean, Avenue 5. Oh, I'm intrigued now.
So, Chris, what have you got
Yeah.
coming up next week?
Well, we got the Twitch stream in the morning tomorrow. Then we've got the weekend I'm taking off. I've got my vlog that should be up by tomorrow afternoon. Still doing some more editing on that. That's the DC vlog. It's been taking me a while. I've been super, super busy, so I haven't had a chance to really sit down and bang it all out. But I've been working on it bits and pieces here and there, so we're almost all set. But aside from that, yeah, Monday we start back up with the Twitch streams again. And Wednesday Wednesday no show. Wednesday no show. I'm going to be out of town at my mother's house for Thanksgiving, which happens to be Thursday, which means I'm not going to be here for the show next week either. I know. I'm
Chris
gutted.
on the throne.
No, Chris. I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be
baby.
probably on my way home
Ooh.
from Connecticut.
Yeah,
earlier
good
that-
see, because last year you had Thanksgiving at your house, didn't you?
Yep. And we're going to, again, we call it Friendsgiving. We do Thanksgiving either at my wife's grandfather's house or at my mom's house. But then I enjoy cooking. And so what I do is we've got a 20-pound turkey sitting down in the freezer. I'm going to defrost that. I'm going to make a big Thanksgiving dinner. And we're going to be inviting all of our friends over to just kind of enjoy the day. And so that'll be happening Saturday next week after Thanksgiving. But that's what's going to happen there. So yeah, no shows next week, guys. I apologize for me, anyways. But that's what I got coming up on my channel this week.
Awesome. Steve?
I'm currently wondering how I can help Jenny sprint.
You're too busy being a tart.
Start chasing her and
Again.
she'll sprint.
No, dude. Vaping community, it's all about support. I'm happy.
Yeah, I know what support you're after.
I don't know
What was
you
that,
mean.
a D plus cup?
She'll see Steve Hodgson running at her.
Yeah, I got big hands. Oh,
G. Hodgson, the new Prince Andrew.
excuse Excuse me, my dear, does this smell like chloroform?
Gaily bopped, I'm sure there was a rule about not even standing up and walking with the F plus cups. Oh, man.
Dude.
That wasn't me that said it, it was Jenny.
Yeah, no, I'm just in a lovely mental place there. Need to climb.
You know, there's a country song here called Motorboatin', and that just gives it a whole new fucking meaning. A whole new meaning.
I love it. Jenny says we need safety glasses. So, honest, I was only joking about it being that quick.
No, no, it'll be quicker. Oh my goodness.
Billy says apparently I'm just mental.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yes.
How is that news?
So, Sunday.
Sunday. Hey,
Join us.
we've got a good Sunday this one, haven't we? We've got a new little feature.
We have a little twosome. A live twosome.
Yeah.
And it involves juice. Yes. Oh my God, big boobs in the winter must become horrible. Nibs become weapons.
Yeah.
Have I ever discussed my suicidal tendencies on camera?
They're like diamonds, they can cut glass.
And in some cases, safety glasses aren't enough.
Nope. If it's been a while, you're going to need your snorkel as well.
Damn, Bill, I wish I had that job.
No, we won't be swapping it. We'll be tasting it. Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Not
I
just
can taste it in my mouth.
It's so tasty. Okay, you got with me with my
Vaping
mouth
with Logo, hold my
open.
snorkel.
Yeah, Jenny, you just made it weird. Sorry.
Hold me snorkel. Hold me snorkel, I'm going in.
Booby Island, home of snorkeling and motorboating.
I can see somebody was wearing some of those chemist goggles, those big old plastic ones.
Stop it. Yes, so we'll be trying something a bit new. So
We'll be
look
trying,
forward
not
to
the word trying. I
a
think
bumpy
it's just going to
ride.
be a giggle fest, to be honest with you.
It will be. So, what does your juice taste like? Salty. Yes, nobody's brother should ever be subjected to this, which is why I said Jenny just made it a bit weird. Christ, Tom, what are you into? Just put on a motorcycle helmet.
It's going to be a bumpy ride, Steve.
God,
Why did I just have one of them visions of Wallace and Gromit helmets?
Oh, Jesus.
That's going to be some net. Yes, so we will be doing the live juice review. It will be interesting, to say the least. In fact, we could do two, because we've both got the same as well.
No, we'll do
No,
one.
just the one.
Just the
Just
one.
one.
Just the one's enough for me.
See, Booby Island, you got me all worked up. Visa, put your head in between them and go bubble, bubble. God.
Oh dear.
I just feel sorry for Steamworks. There's no way a brother should have to go through this. No. Dear Lord, I'm the father of a teenager, for God's sakes. You know, if I was in a chat room watching my teenager, no.
No. Are you kidding me? If I was doing that, I'd be downstairs whooping my kid's ass. What the fuck?
Jenny, that's not a reply. No. Vaping
And Gail, that is totally true. Boobs do rule the world.
I was going to say the same damn thing. There's no argument can be made against that.
I have a wonderful idea. We don't need a nuclear deterrent. You know what we need? Large inflatable boobs. Right?
Yep.
You find a war zone in any part of the world, and you float large bosoms over the top.
Oh my
and
God.
all the blokes be too busy looking up to shoot each other. Solved it. World peace.
When they deflate, do they squirt all over the place?
You kinky bugger, you.
You had to make it weird, didn't you?
Yep.
You had to make it weird.
Oh my goodness. Is it raining? Oh, Jesus.
Dreamy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just thinking what you do with the extremists. I mean, do you sort of have this sort of giant inflatable pink taco?
Stuart, I feel sorry for Chris, as on my screen he's sitting between two big boobs. Steve.
Stairs.
I'm not having that.
I know.
I'm not having that. Veet, no. Then BFG sending one female soldier to wipe out your enemy's whole army while they're distracted.
Yep.
There is the thinking of a general.
Yep. I could just see this massive army with the front line being all naked women just marching in. And everybody else coming in behind them.
Yeah, I think everybody else would be coming in behind
That's
him.
what she said.
Yeah. And then the voice of Admiral Akbar in the back of your mind going, It's a trap!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. She has to be topless. Who has to be topless?
Who?
Yeah, the woman that you send into the other army. The women have to be either topless or completely full naked. That will distract the shit out of them.
I'd have to see it.
Can we have a test run first? A sample.
We have a sample. Let's see if this works. Come on out.
See if it works. I'm willing to be part of the test.
Oh God, I've just had visions now of Liz running through a battlefield taking people's eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Beware the beads.
That sounds so wrong.
Coming through!
Oi, oi!
Awesome, Gav. I'm glad we could cheer you up, brother.
Ah, bless.
Oh, Gav, if we can. Don't think about this naked army lady too much. That test will start rising live on you.
No, it won't. It's not that big.
No, my mum. No. Nothing grows in the shade.
Nothing grows.
It died a long time ago.
I think it did. I haven't seen it for a while, so.
I almost wonder if it's still there.
Beware the beads. Start them up like a fucking chainsaw. Oh, hold on. I've just had a thought. Well, if he's doing his helicopter, yeah, we could attach chains.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
So, in times of peace, we've got a gardening service. Because we send him into the tall grass and woof, gone.
I thought you'd have had him for irrigation purposes.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, to water your grass.
Send us the invite, Gailey.
Get the chains.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, if you need help finding it, I'll send Keen.
Best thing about losing weight was looking down in the shower and seeing my manhood again, bigger than I remembered. To be honest, still not big, just bigger than I remembered.
See, I'm terrified. If I lose the punch, there's going to be a stray ray of light that will come into the bathroom while I'm taking a shower, and I'll be blinded.
Hashtag lawn sprinkler. Let me irrigate your grass.
Oh my goodness.
That bush needs some attention.
Yeah, Captain.
Oh, let me tidy up your sebaceous borders.
I can see him just helicoptering and being like, "Do I make you Randy?"
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Honestly, that's not my bag.
Are you sure you asked him for the helicopter enough or what?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you would need safety glasses then, wouldn't you? He got told off last time. Apparently, they said there was a hose pipe ban. Jesus. Insert scary movie bus trim scene here. With your reputation, never.
Yeah, you don't want to have to go in there with the machete and beat back the bush.
No, you need the Veet.
Oh no!
A large tub of Veet and a bag of frozen sprouts. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, check out the Amazon review for Veet hair removal cream for men.
Right, I'll go grab my kit, Hudson. I'll be there soon.
Oh, bless you. Sorry, I've got one of them periscope things. You know they're supposed to look round corners. No, you just point it down. It's dead good.
Hedge trimmers at the ready. Oh my god.
I mean, let's be right. It's been that long since I've seen it. There might actually be dreads down there.
Oh, shit.
If nothing worse, it could be a cheese factory.
I can unblock your funnel for you. God damn, Mobro.
Mo, no need. Careful you don't chop his stem off while trimming that ball.
Eek.
See,
And you've made Tom wee himself again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Mine looks like Splash from Guns N' Roses in the back.
Complete with top hat or what's up?
I've just got visions of his willy banging out November Rain, yeah.
With a little tiny top hat on top of it.
Fag hanging out the corner.
Nah, vape. Fun fact, do you know the band Lamb of God?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lead singer vapes. Randy Blythe is a vapor.
Nice one.
Yeah, fun fact.
Fun fact.
If you think I'm bad, I just had to stop my brother from going too far with the comment here. Good girl, Jen. Good girl. It's what sisters are for. Edward Scissorhands. No, that's just what happens when I forget to cut my fingernails.
That's why he hasn't seen it for a while.
To be fair, though, Edward Scissorhands could, make something out of that, you know. He could just, model, just trim it, make it look like a person. He could do whatever. Do you not remember the Edward Scissorhands movie?
Yeah, of course we do.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
I just don't particularly fancy the idea of looking down at my nads and seeing Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
I mean, what do you want? A poodle or something down there?
Want an arrow?
Yeah, an arrow. Arrow?
You could have a nice alpaca trim. That sort of bushy, slim. Bushy, slim.
I can just see a female with a tattoo under that bush that it just looks like a welcome mat. Once you trim it, you can see it.
I don't think they do. I haven't seen one in years, but there was a craze. The little stick man pushing the lawnmower
Yeah.
on the bikini line. I thought they were brilliant.
There was
saw
a
one-
phase at one point where they were having wigs.
Murky.
An arrow might not be a bad idea if he hasn't seen it in a while.
I was thinking more a sort of formal introduction and possibly tea afterwards.
Why, hello there. Do you want
Big
to go out
hugs
for
to
coffee sometime?
Jules. She's off.
Oh, sorry, Jules. See
Yeah.
you later.
We're getting off in a
We
minute.
better bail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because your brother will be starting.
He'll be starting in about 15 minutes.
There we
You got
are.
another show going on?
Little Bro Vape, he's on the new show. I believe it's on Vaping with Vic, as in V1CK's channel. It's called the...
Vaping Vic.
Yeah. The
Not
new,
Vaping with Vic.
Yeah, it's Vaping with Vic.
Oh, Vaping Vic.
No, Vaping with Vic.
I'll check
V1CK.
Because I know there's Vaping Vic that spells it the same way.
I always thought it was... Anyway, he's on live tonight.
Let's see him follow Mobro doing the lawn sprinkling, though.
let me-
I'm not going to get that image out of my head. I'm scared now.
Let me
Yeah,
just...
it is. It's Vaping Vic, not Vaping with Vic.
I always call it
Because
Vaping.
their reminder is on right now.
Yeah. Vaping.
Because I just searched for Vaping with Vic, spelled the same way, and that's the only thing that came up.
Yeah, it is Vaping Vic. I do apologise.
No worries.
I'm sorry. Beat me later. Yeah, it's called, copy, The New Ohm Show, Chapter 1. My little brother, he's on there.
Along with Vic and Vape Don't Smoke, Paul.
Yeah, Paul McCartney's on there as well. I put the link in chat there if anyone wants to pop over.
Bless
I'm
you.
definitely tuning into that because I'm going to have some information to input into chat because it's about Massachusetts too. So
Let's go
Yes.
to Massachusetts.
I have input on that one. No,
so
let's not go to
I
Massachusetts.
know it is.
Don't go to Massachusetts. Don't come to Massachusetts.
I'm going back to Massachusetts.
I'll tell you what. There are what 49 other states you can go to. Just don't come here. Go to any other one that you want. Don't come here. Not because I don't want you here, but you're not going to like it.
I like that. Iris, my ex got my name tattooed on her thigh after we broke up. Made meeting her husband for the first time super awkward.
Oh, Jesus.
I bloody love your brother. Spent some time drinking at Expo with him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish
my
I
little
had that
brother's eggs.
experience. You guys still need to come to the U.S. Still.
Oh, yeah.
Us in the US.
Well, yeah.
God damn it, it'd start Third World War. Trump doesn't like the Mexicans and they live next door. We've got to fly across.
Oh,
It's
the
not
lovers
good.
over there.
Not
Look.
good.
Maybe he should take
It's
a
not
flight.
good.
Or maybe a flying leap.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the first thing I'd do as soon as I get off of Massachusetts airport, it'd be big cloudy vapes and I'd be arrested and then deported. So that'd be, well, at least I made
no,
it.
you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't because you're not in the car.
Well, you know, if you're in a plane, they'll hijack your plane.
They've only identified motor vehicles like cars and
No.
trucks.
No,
They
And
have.
planes.
and planes.
I haven't
Planes,
seen any
planes-
mention of planes, trains, or buses.
It's planes, trains, and
planes,
automobiles.
Buses are.
Any
Yeah.
any vehicle, it states, including, and then it goes on to list the
Oh,
various
shit.
forms.
All right. Well, in that case, I am wrong.
Apparently, Jenny knows somebody that had her name tattooed on their hand.
I'll do it. But what am I getting for it? Maybe I'll put it on my palm.
Okay, that's a little.
That way,
bit
I'm the only
freaky.
one that can see it. You're not going to see it when I'm holding my mug.
That's a little bit freaky.
I just bit my coils.
bit freaky deaky.
I just kissed my fucking coils.
You just kissed the dragon.
Yeah, that was not cool.
Right, guys, are we going to wrap this one up?
Yes, because Chris has got to do the thing.
And I've got to do my thing. So I want to give a big thank you to Steve, Chris. What a cool. I know a lot of the news hasn't been great, but great show, kiddos, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Guys in chat, thoroughly enjoyed it. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, if you would do, that would be absolutely brilliant. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, that would be absolutely awesome as well. Right, I'm going to give it over to Steve and then Chris.
Thank you, darling. To everybody that's joined us. Hey, do you
What?
mind not tarting it while I'm trying to wrap up?
I'm not tarting it. I'm showing off a tattoo.
No. I'm sure. Get a Jenny Sim with a nice big heart, and then you suddenly whip out your man boob.
Damn, booby.
To everybody that's joined us, thank you.
Thank you.
To Jenny's bro, sorry, dude. To the travel agent, I want 3 tickets, Booby Island. Join us Sunday at 2 if you want more of the same. We've got the live juice test. This could be interesting. We've never done it before. So.
If nothing else, it's going to be a giggle.
Oh, it will be. And I'm sure we'll get back onto Mobro's horticultural tendencies. There's a few sheep that have, apparently. So, anyway, on that note, I'm going to hand it over to Chris to do the thing.
The thing.
To me to do the thing. Thanks, guys. Everybody in chat. Thank you, Spanners, for doing a great job. Much appreciated. Big love to everybody. Thank you again, Mark and Steve. It's been a great show. Love every week being able to share my input and discuss all the news and the randy conversation.
Freaky deaky.
Freaky deaky.
Freaky deaky.
Numpty. Do the thing, Irish. I'm going to do the thing. Guys, please do remember that no matter how dark and dim things might seem for the vaping industry and in everyday life, please remember that you're the only one in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative your days will ever be. So remember to keep the positivity high, keep the smile on your face, and let that negative brush off your shoulders. Love y'all. Big love. Thank you very much. And I'll see you next 2 weeks from now.
Right?
Time for the standing.
That was, yeah.
Get the
Time for the
standing.
standing. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Chris fell asleep again.
I've got it on. I've
that.
saved it ready for him. Right, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for an absolutely fantastic show. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And we will see you on Tales of the Ohm at 2 o'clock on Sunday. If you can't make that, hopefully you can make the Ohm Service again 7 p.m. on Thursday. Thanks so much, guys. Time to say bye.
Keep fighting.
Bye.
Outro. Piss flaps.
Fight the good fight.
Where the hell did that come from?
He's what?
That was me.
That came from your boots, son.
That came from my boots.
Boobs?
That came from my boobs.
He came from his boobs.
My boobs. Sorry, being another.